question 6, we used the compounded angle formula. But we could simplify all of these expressions just using relative acute angles. So this right here, A represents, okay, on the unit circle. Move that a bit. So it represents the rotation of pi plus another angle x. So it's in the third quadrant. If you compare that with the rotation of just x, okay, sine represents the y value, so it's going to equal to the minus of sine of x. This is a cofunction identity. The x, right, the x is off of the y-axis, pi over 2 plus another x. So if you compare that, okay, with the relative acute angle, it's going to change to sine. But cosine is negative in the second quadrant, so that's why this has to be negative. Anything in the first quadrant is always positive, right? So you have to make sure what we get here is the same sign as what this should be. This is in the second quadrant, so it's going to be positive, and we know that x minus pi, right, which is same thing as minus pi plus x, which is right here. It's the same thing as actually this. Okay, so clearly this is also equal to minus sine of x. 3 pi over 2. This is also a cofunction identity. 3 pi over 2 is rotating right here, and then further another x. Okay, so that from that we know that this changes the sign of x, okay, relative angle of sine of x. Cosine is positive in that fourth quadrant, so it's equal to the positive sine of x. Right, this right here, it's pi plus x. This is in the third quadrant, so in the third quadrant, tangent is positive, right, because it's a y over x, or sine over cosine, but they're both negative in the third quadrant, so it's going to be positive. So it's equal to positive of tangent of x. You can always eliminate, subtract 2 pi. That's just one full rotation, right? So 2 pi would be like this, and then minus x, right? So 2 pi rotation, we're just back to 0, and we subtract an x. Okay, here in the fourth quadrant, tangent is negative, so it's going to equal to the negative of the tangent of x. Okay, so all of them can be explained just purely through understanding what the definition of sine, cosine, and tangent is, and through the rotations.